she's going.
Okay. So it's not compulsory, but it's voluntary.
Well, it is sort of compulsory, but everybody has to do it.
All right. Okay. My next question is that, what was my question? Number 8. Okay. So have you ever been rewarded or appraised differently based on your individual performance? By this, I mean your personal evaluations or in your PEP. That have you ever been appraised for your good work or, you know what I mean? Like for your individual performance?
Yeah, I mean, I have been told, like I was doing a good job on things and, like I put in the effort and what's the other one? I take the initiative. I usually get told that.
So it's the verbal praise only, or do you get any bonuses or any type of material rewards or certificates?
No,
maybe?
No. It's always been verbal, or everybody gets that. What's about 4,000 at the end of the year.
Okay, so you did receive this PEP reward.
Yeah, so it's just that really, nothing else.
Okay. And certificates for your own PD?
Well, I usually try to always get the certificate for any PD I do or conferences.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I've never been just given one for doing something good that I didn't know was coming.
Okay, so you haven't been rewarded for that. Okay, that's great. All right. So now my next question is, have you ever received any additional training or performance management to improve yourself at your workplace? Can you give examples?
From the usual work PD. Well, I did get to do the intercultural intelligence.
Okay. What is
which
that?
I was lucky enough to be chosen for. But again, I did volunteer as well. Said I wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm. So can you explain a little bit? What exactly was that?
Well, in general studies, we were going to I think we were teaching intercultural communications for quite some time, and then they got away with it. I mean, they did away with it, but they were looking for people to teach it, and I volunteered and I went for the training to do it.
Okay.
Which is, and it was also there just to help. It's one of those things that just helps you in the workplace anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the only one I can think of.
So it's just in the current employment you can think of one. And what about the past ones? Did you receive any other special training or something?
Oh yes, in South Africa I was lucky enough to be. But again, I sort of put my hand up for this. I got sent to England to train as aviation English testing.
Okay.
But then again, it came through and I volunteered, so so I don't think I was just chosen.
Okay. So do you think that in the previous country that you lived in, you were provided more opportunities than the country you're living in now?
No, not really. I think I've had far more opportunities here for PD than I had in South Africa.
All right. Okay. In UAE as well. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, have you ever been treated unfairly or mistreated at your workplace?
Okay, well, that's the only one I can really think of is coming back to question 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time I think. I mean, there was one time when I was working there for another company in South Africa, and the boss took the student's word over mine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was horrendously unfair.
Okay. Okay. So it was related to your work that your potential was not recognized and acknowledged, and was somebody else given the job?
No, it was just a strange situation. I mean, he was a student from Argentina. He was gay. He wanted a female teacher, but he didn't tell anybody that. So he went and complained about what I was teaching in the class.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then eventually it came out why he wanted to change.
Okay. All right. So another question is that do you feel that there is personal or professional bias from managers or higher authorities towards different members in the same workplace? If you think yes, yeah.
I think there is. I think favoritism. I mean, I think sometimes the Emirati staff are often treated with kid gloves.
Mm-hmm.
I do sometimes think the Filipino and the Indian staff members
Mm-hmm.
have a harder time trying to prove themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's almost like for those of us from Western countries, it's assumed that we know what we're doing and we got it. But I do feel sometimes the Filipino and Indian staff have it harder to prove that they can do it.
Okay.
Even if they've got all the qualifications, they're perfectly good. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a perception from students, upper management,
Mm-hmm.
and it really is quite unpleasant.
Okay. And I'm by staff members, different members in the same workplace, I also mean the faculty. So have you felt that is there a specific nationality or ethnicity that has been treated differently? I mean, there is a professional or personal bias from the higher management or managers?
I think like I said, mostly towards the Filipino staff. Filipino teaching staff and the Indian teaching staff
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
are treated differently, I think. And I think even sometimes amongst the Arab staff that from other Arab countries,
Mm-hmm.
particularly especially Palestinians, I think they're treated generally worse than the others.
All right. Okay.
That's just been an observation on my part. I could be wrong because these things are largely invisible to me. It's just my own observations.
Okay, so what you mean is that some ethnicities or nationalities, they are discriminated against in a way?
I think they are.
Okay.
I don't think it's official company policy, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it is just inherent biases within management and within administrative staff.
So it's the personal bias you want to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So also this is close to another question that I already asked. That do you think there is favoritism at your workplace?
Well, look, we're a very small college, the Fujairah Men's College, so we don't. I don't think so. I think it would be noticed and called out if it was obvious. I haven't really seen it at least not in my department of general studies. I don't think there is.
Okay, no.
Although I do sometimes wonder why I'm the only one who always has to go between campuses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, I doubt whether I'm being unfairly discriminated against.
Yeah. By favoritism, I must say that what I mean by favoritism is that some faculty members are given more opportunities than others, and some of them, some professional development opportunities or the better positions like team leading or other positions like this, they are not even advertised, and they are already allocated to some people.
Well, that does actually happen. I have noticed that, our one guy just ended up with the role of chair for a while, and it was never advertised or anything. But I'm not too sure why he was. I think one of the reasons is the position called for someone with a PhD, and he was the only one
Mm-hmm.
who has actually almost finished his PhD. So I think that's why he was asked to do it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
the truth be told is I wouldn't want the job.
Well, personally, I would feel quite upset that if there is an opportunity for example, team leading or for a subject leader or something, or maybe the position of what do you say, who make syllabus, materials writing or syllabus. That's something that I'm quite interested in, and I'm waiting for the opportunity to spring up. But then it comes to my knowledge that some people are already working on that without even